The moment he saw that camera go up on the tripod, he knew something was up. He knew something was up. I commend you, brother. I commend you for just stand in your lane and minding your own business. Bro came to live. And that's all he came to do. He ain't come to save. He just came to live. Look at his face. Let's play this clip a little bit back as it happens. All right, as it happens, he pauses just for a second. All right, take a look. She falls back and then he pauses for a second. You know what? I'ma just keep on. Yo, I need to finish my set before I get off this bad boy. Y'all gotta stop it with the gym stuff. It's stuff like this that men are just gonna keep going. You lucky you got some regular old bystander who's gonna come over and just help just cause. But man, you catch the right one, he gonna let the weight fall on you.
A woman can talk her out of a relationship. You can talk. We do that.
Yes,
we will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough to stay in a relationship with them.
But
did somebody put KS right there? Somebody put KS's picture in the back. That's awesome.
When I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily, like he's a good man.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And
right.
Maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, he could be funny, but he's not funny to me.
And that's why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man, because he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out.
She said maybe that's just what they want. Do modern women want to be 40 with 4 cats? Is that what they really want? No. You are willing to give up a good man because y'all don't match 100%? Look, let's just be honest. We're not going to always find our soulmate in this world, okay? You're just not going to always come across somebody just so deep. And sometimes that person that you think that is your soulmate just might be a temporary lust. You might just be over heels for that one person. But you're willing to turn down safe bets. This is why guys are willing to take all the stuff that they do, like work, all their good money, all their common sense, all their loyalty and everything else, and take it to a whole nother country right now. Because right now, it's thought patterns like this that just drive good men away, man. That's how heroes turn to villains all the time. All right, look, what is it that you're going to compromise this 90% of everything you're looking for in a man to go find 100%? All right, I go find the missing 10. I guarantee you he's not gonna always have that. And what's happening is it's just crazy, because you're saying you're ruffling a couple feathers. No, man, you really just not setting a good example. That thought pattern is way off, man. You should be encouraging women to want to be with someone that is considered a good man. But you're going to tell and advise women that just because you don't match up 100%, it's not going to ever work out, that you can continue to look. That's why the saying is, women will give up a good man and a family for their own happiness, and a good man will give up his happiness for his family and his wife. This is a clear example why.
All of a sudden, now women are getting surgery for themselves. No, they're not. Yourself ain't looking at your fat ass. Yourself can't see your fat ass other than in a picture and in the mirror. Man, you're getting surgery because you want attention from a certain type of man. You're not getting surgery because you want to look at yourself with a fat, or because you're insecure with your body. Because if your body shape became in style tomorrow, you would do everything you can to revert back. If boxy girls, if up and down straight slim girls, if hips was not hot, y'all are getting your hips removed. So it's like, stop acting like you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing that for yourself. And now there are times where you have a baby and things drop or things pop and you want to put it back. We're not talking about you.
That's different.
Like, But the majority of y'all, especially you 19-year-olds that didn't even get a chance to get hips and 20-year-olds that didn't even get the chance to get it, y'all are doing it because you want validation from a certain type of guy. You see the girls that are winning and the ones that are getting the Bentleys and the Maybachs, and you want to be like them. So you're trying to get...
I mean, she is spitting so many facts, man. I mean, that is dead on, man. They just do it out of validation and trends. I promise you. And she said some women will go to the extremes to chase this validation, being naive. 19 and 20, going out and get these things done to yourself. That's being super naive. Because of what? Because you saw a viral clip go around. You see your favorite rapper doing it. You see these that's very low percentile women that are getting these things done. All right. The people that you see on these TV shows, man, that doesn't apply to you as an average woman out here. You just graduated high school. Why even go that? You haven't even touched down at college, on a college campus, but you feel like you want to get a physical edge over the next woman. That doesn't make sense. I agree, man. It's delusion. It's definitely delusion.
If a guy's disrespectful in front of me, then that's different. But if a guy's just hitting on a girl that you're with, she has to police her own shit. A guy's gonna hit on her regardless. So if she's not capable of like policing her shit, you gotta find a new girl. What are you gonna be like, the guy that runs around like beating up every guy that hits on your girl?
Ooh, I like this, man. I kind of mentioned this the other day, man. Growing up, man, if you want a nice, beautiful woman, right, and and this is your thing, and you actually eventually get one, and she's very attractive, all right, you can't always be around her. You're gonna have to literally have some beginning trust that she's gonna be doing the right thing. Don't get me wrong, but here's the thing. This is why I said you can get her, you can have her, because what that mindset is that, look, if you're a really attractive person, don't get me wrong, this can go for any sex, man. You're gonna get hit on by the opposite sex a lot. All right, it's really up to you to just take it as a compliment, maybe just say thank you and keep it moving, or give that other person play or shut it down. What are you gonna do? And he has a very right person, a very right thought, is that you can't just go around just being macho because a guy hit on your girl. I mean, it's gonna happen, man. Don't just get out of box and out of line because of it's happening. She has to go ahead and stand on business on her own authority, man, as far as being in a relationship with y'all and respecting that. She's gonna have to turn those things down, and you're gonna have to let her roll with it, man, and just see what she does. And eventually it's gonna get better. But I mean, she's gonna build confidence of turning other people away. You're gonna build your confidence that the fact that she might be doing it, or she is doing it. But look, man, no man's gonna continue to every day, every hour on the hour, have to worry about that and get out of box, out of line, man. That's not a good life to live, actually.
A lot of men do not understand that a woman you can be inside of her, and she can say, I actually don't want to do this anymore, and you need to remove yourself from being inside of her, and you need to dismiss yourself from the situation.
Yes, but just like how he said that the conversation in the restaurant, how often is it that you're in the midst of something, your feelings change and you verbalize it? More times you don't than you do.
Yeah, because
and then that's where, to me,
oh man, look, non-verbal consent, a change of heart, that happens. That's a big topic that nobody wants to talk about, because I mean, it leads to down the road bad things. It just leads to bad things. Look, if you have a change of heart and you need to say something, ladies, you gotta say it. Like you gotta say it. You lead in thinking that we're supposed to be picking up on these cues, eye behavior, body language. Like it could be a lot, and it could be misleading. All right, so look, nonverbal consent, and it could go both ways. But man, mainly when you're in the midst of it, I do encourage you to say something, speak your mind, because man, that can be some powerful stuff, and it can lead to other life-changing events. That's a real thing. And it's crazy that these two adults are finally talking. This is a great clip, and it's a very mature clip. And guys, that's a real thing. Like, just think about it. That's something that's very, very rarely talked about. It's such a conversation for just really too mature adults to really have and go back and understand the consequences of it, or how to fix it, how to troubleshoot it. You know, like men, we just trying to sit here and troubleshoot how the hell we fix non-verbal consent. You know, just think about it, guys. You know, leave your thoughts in the comments. You know, this is something that you know, I don't want to go right down the rabbit hole on, but it's a powerful clip.
I'm outside, but the coochie ain't. Please don't get confused. Don't think you invited me and my coochie coming. She actually staying in the crib and waiting for me to get home. Respectfully.
Ooh, can you leave the box at home and go out and act like it's with you, pretty much? Can you carry yourself that way? Can ladies actually do that? Can you have that mindset of just going out and having a good time, but in a manner where, look, I'm in the streets, I'm doing my thing, but my box not in the streets and it's not doing its thing? Is that feasible, guys? Like, let's just be honest. Is that feasible? Can you move? Because what's going to happen is you're going to move a certain way, right? And men are going to assume that the box is coming with it. It's part of that total package. You get what I'm saying? So is this a thing? Can a woman move in a mindset? Is she running the streets, or she in them streets, or she outside, but that thing's still locked down and locked up? Is that a thing? Would you entertain that? If she out there at the club, I mean, she really getting down, her favorite song on, right? She taking shots. All this, she allowing you to buy her shots. She giving you play, all that. All right. But when the end of the night comes on, the final song comes on, man, she shut you down. You get what I'm saying? Is that feasible for her to be outside, but her box ain't outside? To me, it just doesn't match up.
Easiest women to smash. Let's get to it. Number 1, nurses. Nurses have such a stressful job. All they want to do is have fun, drink, and get that hot beef injection. Trust and believe, they not called naughty nurses for no reason. They can nurse you back to health, and also they some certified head doctors. Number 2, school teacher.
Well, look, man, I know there's going to be some nurses that say, look, man, I'm a nurse and I don't be doing all that stuff. But there was a study made on a Whatever podcast, and the study really reflected on all these statistics around the nurses. Will they cheat on their partner? Are they more likely to cheat with a coworker? Are they, more likely to have, activities outside of work? And the odds were surprisingly high, despite the people the nurses that saying that they don't do it. You might don't do it, but the odds are still high. Okay, you singular might might not do it, but the odds are still high that a majority or a large percentage are out there doing it, and that's what leads to this clip. That's why y'all number 1 on this clip.
Every time I met a school teacher, I always had the craziest intimate encounters I ever had in my life. I don't know what type of pressure they be ready to let out their system, but every time I encounter with one, it was always a great time. Especially dealing with them badass kids, they be having a lot of stress to relieve. Number 3, waitresses.
Man, I can tell you right now, man, teachers be ready to have fun, man. Teachers are ready to have fun. If you're in a school where there's a majority of just other women teachers, which let's face it, there is, all right, they always ready to have fun. I work in a restaurant, man. Happy hour is surrounded by nurses, surrounded by medical professionals, surrounded by teachers, and when you get them, they go shot for shot, drink for drink, and they ready to party. Oh, they ready to party, dog. I'm telling you, like, they just be going at it. That's why I know, like, he ain't far from the truth, guys. If not, he is telling the truth.
Waitresses are some of the most easiest women to smash. You don't have to give them $100 tips like these weak beta males be doing. You write your number on a $100 bill telling her to call you, and she's not going to call you. All you got to do is have a little charm and have a little charisma, and you can definitely make it happen. Let me know what you think in the comments. Free game.
Look, man, I like your top 3. I mean, I like this 3. I don't disagree at all. I mean, the chances of y'all doing is a lot. I've seen it all. I just told y'all I was a bartender. So I'm in the service industry. So he was right about that one. And then I serve drinks to medical professionals, nurses, all these other professionals in the medical industry, as well as school teachers. So yes, he is not far off. I know this firsthand.
Some people know how to live better than others with or without money. They just sort out and pick a better person to share their time with. You feel what I'm saying? Even if you sleep in a one-bedroom apartment, then you may be richer than a rich guy. Your life, the fabric of your life and what you're doing and how you feel about yourself at the moment.
It's actually refreshing to see 50 Cent off the petty stuff. I feel like homie might have a lot to teach when he's not being petty. My boy is hilarious.
Like many couples experience, especially after having, children, the physical intimacy normally dies down. And there would be times where you just tired or you just don't feel like having sex. And I'm not gonna lie, especially when you were in a committed marriage or relationship, when you really just, I'm giving my life to one woman, I'm not stepping outside my relationship. When you feel like your sexual needs are not being met and you're reaching out to your partner, telling them I desire you, you're the only person I want to be with, but that connection is not happening, it becomes frustrating. And in a sense, it's hurtful.
Whew. Yeah, man, that's a majority of men, man. When you get into these low intimacy marriages, man, it's no secret. It happens, all right? It is highly frustrating. And then it gets frustrating to the point where y'all start to bicker, all right? Y'all start to argue. You don't want to go on dates, man. You purposely want to do stuff to, spite the other person, and that's the part where y'all got to be mature enough to communicate to one another. I mean, don't, take it from me knowing, I used to tell myself, man, I want to hang around married guys because, man, they're not crazy. They won't lead you astray. They won't get you in trouble. So at a good point in my life, man, all I used to hang around with is just married people, just to learn from them and just to have solid groups of friends around me. And that's not a bad circle, man. You get a circle full of married men, you're having a safe bed life, all right? But what I'm trying to say is, man, yeah, they do complain, man. That is a frustrating part, man. And not only do they, they make jokes about it with their homies and other married men, man, but really, if they can just take that same energy of joking and really just transform it into something where they can just tell their partner and just let them know, maybe it can start the building process. But a lot of times you can say this. You can say this to your partner. You can say this to, like, babe, I've been wanting this. I've been desiring you. It's frustrated. It's hurtful, man. And it's just like we're not there anymore, man. Like, how do we lose all this? Can we get back to it? And then the denial and the instant ability to be like, nope, not doing it. Don't feel like it. I don't want to talk about it. It's not you, it's me. It still doesn't get you nowhere. All right. It really doesn't. And you're just going to have to get on this repetitive cycle of trying to talk about it until a resolution is made. But it is really tough. And no one has really cracked the code on how to solve that one yet.
How you doing, Daddy? Hold on there. Before you do anything, just know that you're on camera. And I already called the cops. So you have the options. But this can all be a misunderstanding if you do one thing for me. Think quick now. It should be here in 4 to 5 minutes.
If I have called and texted you and we make it to another day without a response, I'm going to assume that my time is up and I am starting to field other applications.
Wow.
You have a nice day.
Damn.
It doesn't get no simpler than that. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Straight up. If you ain't getting the responses, brother, what you think, bro? You number one? You thought you was number one? You thought you was getting all the time and energy? If you can't get a response or a phone call, man, this is over with, dog. You ain't the number one. Let that be a lesson learned.
Don't no man want to make sacrifices for a woman that don't want to make a sacrifice for him. I'm smart. I trick you. I left my card at home. Send me $50. You hesitate? Oh, okay. I see she ain't one of those. Look, I can't meet you today. I got something I got to do. She ain't getting her feelings. Oh, okay. It's okay, baby. Go take care of that. If I'm seeing you making these sacrifices, all right, okay then. Wifey material.
Ooh, I like the exchange for physical time part, man. Let's just expound on that a little bit. We always talk about money, but let's just talk about the time, man. Something happens and she needs you to come lift a couch or a table or put something together, and you like, I got you, because, man, you like, shit, you know, I love to put together stuff, right? Or you take pride in your mechanical abilities and all this other stuff, your mechanical aptitude. Good for you, brother. But when it comes time when you actually need her for something, like he said, he left a car at home. Can you do this for me instead? Can you go run and pick this up for me? I need one of these. You're the closest. All right. Let's throw that example. If you get some sort of resistance from her saying like, hey man, I can't run and go get this for you, even though you're an hour away, but this person is just 5 minutes away and they still refuse to help. What does that tell you? That tell you that you again, you're just not first. She don't really care about you that way. Their relationship doesn't really matter, because somebody that was really interested with you, really loved you, really cared for you, things that you want, your happiness, they wouldn't got that for you. Easy.